Alright, welcome back. So we did this, but I still want more. If you remember this car, you know I like to go a little over out of the ordinary. So I've decided with my patina what I want to do is I'm going to take my club logo, which I've copied some of it. T I'm going to end up losing because basically what this is going to look like is this is going to be something that was sanded out. So I'm going to spray paint this, do this design, then I'm going to paint all this over and then sand around it and make this pop out so that it looks like it's old and it's been sitting on the car for a while. So basically I cut this off. I did a quick stencil out of this, put the tape on the back window, drew my shape, and then did it to look like it. You know, I normally would just freehand it, but with a lot of clubs, especially mine, they're very particular about the club logo. I'm even worried about the T here, but I'm hoping that I can do this and it'll be all right. So anyway, I'm going to start out with, I got some different green here. I've already shook these a little bit. Hopefully I don't get too much overspray because I haven't really taped off. Windows clean off all right. Now it doesn't really matter if this is going to get even or not. Remember, this is going to be made to look like it's old. Basically, you can see my black, of course the bugs are going to come over now that it stinks. I did the black outline so I know where to go back and cut the rest of it when I go back. A lot of times when you do stuff, especially when you're airbrushing in that, they always say go to light to dark. The reason for that being is when you do white, your overspray will come over and you can still see where you're at. Obviously, in some instances, we can't do that. Well, I guess this is probably going to be the lightest of the colors. So anyway, there's that. I also got a little bit of black here. I'm going to let that flash a minute. I don't want it to be perfect. I want to have some kind of texture to it. Like I said, I don't like things to be boring. So you can kind of come in, give it some texture, a little shape. You come out a little bit, it'll get textury. Just spray a little bit. Of course, it probably don't help that I got the fan blowing right on it. You know, I watch a lot of stuff for graffiti because those guys freaking are awesome, and I don't know how the hell they do it. And then I sit here and do stuff like this, which is probably pretty damn close. So anyway, there's what I've got. It's a little something. Remember, there's no mistakes here. You do whatever the hell you want. A term I got from Craig Fraser a while back, which has seemed to stuck with me, is use your mistakes. A lot of times with mistakes, I call them happy mistakes because it's something that happens and that'll actually give you ideas and other things off of it. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes is part of the learning curve. You know, do what you have to, and you know, go with it. You know, if this was worse, if this isn't the way I wanted it, I just get the green back out and spray it over. Actually, you know what? We'll do that. I'll grab some green because I don't quite see enough. Or maybe my white's a little too bright. We'll come back and do that. You know, you just keep going. You can do that. I've done that many a times with some of my airbrush work. I'll sit there and I'll come back and come back and back and go through the colors about 2 or 3 times. It just gives you more depth. Again, use your mistakes. Anyway, guys, there's that. I'll come back now. Like I said, I'm going to come back and cut out my black outline. Of course, now I've kind of lost most of it. but I know that I'm about the same length around, so it's no big deal. I'll cut that out, and then I'll be ready to do my primer over the top.